Let's see here. Emerald Covenant channel, episode 16/21. So that'd be the 16th out of the 21. And it was a series of the mechanics of manifestation. And the young lady was talking about how we define, or if you will, experience the letters, the fire letters as I am. I am. And she went further into something that I commented on after I stopped the video to make a comment on it, when she was mentioning about what is really the mirror. So, you know, this can get real convoluted fast, because ever since I was a little boy, when you're experiencing what love is, that goes on forever, gifting electrons at high, right? And so I am what you are. That's very difficult for people to process that. Very difficult for them to process that. Okay? Which, particularly when you see things in your mirror, and now we're into the beauty in the eye of the beholder. When we get into competition, right, and the corporate advertisers, because I grew up with this, because I was exposed to this, right, which means now I become aware of how it works. So that's why as a child I was constantly turning off the commercials. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. They're selling energy. And where are they getting the energy from? Our stars. So you know they're living in a black hole. So you know you're in a black hole system. Okay? Now, I don't know how many children knew that in the 1950s, that realized that they chose to jump into a black hole. And that's why we experienced that. It's competing for energy. That's the polarity game. So when you're a polarity integrator, which means I'm one with all creation, which means everything that is in my mirror, no matter what it is the same thing I am, that I'm giving love to. Okay? So you can see how this works when you observe something in your mirror, and you're watching them do something that you realize that you would never do. Well, how's that possible then? Now we're into identity functions. You're doing things that I know doesn't have a future, because you're blowing holes in your own, using your own nuclear reactor to blow holes in your own energy field, and I'm not doing that. I'm using my nuclear reactor to right, maintain the balance between two poles. So that would be your energy givers and your energy takers, or inverters versus torque converters. And the difference between the two is maintaining the balance between two magnetic poles. So now you get into the RH negative and the RH positive. One's repelled by the other. Can they get along and become one and experience what love is? Which means everything that you are, that I am, is experiencing what love is. Imagine that. That means that wherever anybody goes with their mirror, everything that they're experiencing in their mirror is what love is. Now, this is where it gets tricky, when you see things in the shape and the form and the flow of the energy of the image. So, for example, what do we experience when we see something that is deformed as a result of mutagenic effects, as a result of what we've been exposed to in our environment? Right? Spinal bifida. Okay? Or people that have had physical deformities. Can you give the same love that you're experiencing within yourself to what you see in the mirror? Because everything that is what you are. Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly. Okay. It's just the form and the shape and the flow of the energy that's communicated in our mirror. It's in the same creation. There isn't any separation between what it is and what we are, that we're giving love to. right? This is the toughest subject that there is when you get into the mechanics of manifestation or creation spheres. And experiencing, like when I was a child, I'm not supposed to experience this. I'm not supposed to experience anything other than what love is everywhere I go, which means everything else that's in my mirror is experiencing what love is, which means you're supposed to be experiencing what love is. So you realize, man, I'm in a salvage mission, right? Which means it's all about saving just as much what I am as what you are. Now we're back to, in order to restore me, I got to restore you because I'm experiencing what I am through you. Yeah. And that includes everything. The dog, the cat, a tree, a bug, a bird, a dolphin, a whale. Everything that is. Everything that's in our mirror. Right? I know. That's very difficult to process. So you can imagine when you're 4 years of age and you know this. How long is this going to take? Right? So remember going all the way back to the beginning of the original template? Because I had memory of that when I was 4 years of age. Of what it's like to experience eternal creation manifestation wherever we go. Which means you're on your own. You're free to create. Therefore, you're experiencing what you are creating with the energy that you're using it with, which is your mirror, which is your consciousness, which is a soul that is directing what it is we experience. That's a lot of power. Yeah, because it means that you're actually manifesting what it is that you're experiencing in your own mirror. Because the energy that you're using to do it with is eternal love. Imagine that. So you can see what happens when people don't get along as a result of what? Polarization. Not experiencing being one with all creation that we're giving love to. Because the line went dead. That's dead light. That's why we're here. Right? So I woke up this morning with a headache mostly on my left side. But boy, is the compressor, the ecosphere, the echo chamber, is loud this morning. But there was a beautiful sunrise. I love it here on the Big Island when you're looking towards the east and you see all these beautiful clouds as the sun is coming up across the Pacific Ocean. It's spectacular. My heart cries realizing just how the gifts the universe gives us of creation, right? So anyway, have a good day. Be good to yourselves. We love you all. Aloha.